of Lyric and Stu. We move back into winners finals. We got Yoshi-O. Thank you. Yes.
Nice.
Yoshi-O, what the fuck?
And just takes it away.
Yo, wait.
Speaking of taking away, one of these players' winner's side, Grand's hopes will be taken away.
I'd be confused.
Right now,
Can you squish it?
Small Battlefield being the first stage of this. Okay. Anyway. Yoshi-O just being retreated to ledge right now, and again, that mid-game that that Mercury plays with the guns, sort of keeping Yoshi-O questioning how he's going to move in on it.
I'm so sorry.
And again, that gun mid-game, he got a little too cavalier with the jump inward, and now Yoshi-O just eggs in and gets a hefty 59 at the end of it all, evens things right back up.
Oh yeah, what a pass off there. Anyways, what's up? Now we are in first game of winners fight. Yoshi-O's doing a pretty good job against Mercury right now. Opting for the, I like how he's opting for the Yoshi starting off. He knows he can definitely do it in this matchup. He struggles a little bit against Mercury because Mercury has gotten a sense of his game plan, of what he likes to do, how he likes to land on his shield. But he knows he can definitely pull this off. He needs to be able to stay on top of his game, mix up his approaches, mix up his game plan, and definitely keep Merc on his toes. He knows that Yoshi can do it. He just has to find that opening, find that win.
Yeah, he has a lot of fast options and a lot of burst options to help him out, and right now the egg being the primary things to get things started, it sort of led to that 59 climb that we saw before, and this little opportunity that he has right now. Great tech though from Merc, recognizing the nair and the angle of the bounce off, but still fighting to get back on that right side regardless, and he eats an up smash finisher, but with 140, and with how Yoshi-O is just falling off the stage to left there, we'll see if it's a quick stock claim as Mercury finally takes control, looking to go far out, but great fade back from Yoshi-O, knowing that he can command the skies with that nigh invincible double jump to keep himself safe back onto it. But on stage, rather, Mercury finally finds purchase that back air, finally finds purchase of his stock. He purchased it all right there.
Very definitely true. Oh! No, he purchased it all, and he sold it all. That's unfortunate. He left it all at the black market. And Yoshi-O SDing at 0, the Yoshi-O Classic. I feel so bad because, like, this guy is so good at the game, but, like, he keeps SDing, man. Like,
it's still a Codename Bears. We still need an SD once in a while.
That's fair. The proper send-off. Yoshi-O doing a very good job of closing the space against Mercury this set. Obviously, like, even with that SD, he's still keeping it relatively close, catching that up there with the nair, and even only down 29%, he brings about the last stock, and he's looking very, very clean going towards the end of this game one.
Yeah, I mean, he was drifting off stage quite a bit, but now I realize that, you know, with the tether recovery of Mercury, it only works so far in, and if nair is the option to send out just that hair bit farther, that the tether won't be able to be called out to the ledge, it is a huge missed opportunity, especially with no Arsene backing him up. And now, speaking of the powers that Arsene grants, the AHA going to put in a hefty amount of bleed damage already on top of that 116 damage, but a couple of up air strings will get Yoshi-O at least back on stage presence alone. Now he has full control of stage in that matter. And we'll see with Mercury retreading on stage, he's a little cautious on how he's going to move in against Yoshi-O.
Oh, definitely got to be careful here.
Wow, throwing out a lot of options, yeah, especially with that counter.
Arsene is now offline. It's going to be a lot harder to find this stock against Yoshi-O. Charged up the down smash. Not getting punished, definitely getting caught with that back air there. The egg, not able to find that forward air. Merc hanging on, nice air dodge there. He's trying to find a drag down or some other kind of aerial to close up the stock. Oh, no, Yoshi-O using that down the ledge there.
Oh my God.
Catch there. Absolutely amazing stuff, getting a little bit of the drag down. The back air, going all the way down there with that nair, and Yoshi-O takes game one after an SD at 0.
I just want to, I want to highlight that down B, the recognition that it flips Yoshi-O, or Yoshi rather, that it heightens his character model, so he had enough to grab the ledge at that moment. That was just insane character knowledge. The way we saw with his Dark Samus's debut at 342. How he faded back with the charge shot of Dark Samus in order to get back. Just his character knowledge is just unbridled, and it may be the crucial factor of his potential winner side Grand's positioning. But Mercury, obviously no stranger to winner side Grand Finals or taking Grand Finals and Codename Bears as a whole, as he had that 3-win streak. We'll see how it unfolds, at least in the next stage of this winner's final set. As round 2 comes in, Mercury poised to take control this time around with a good, medium-sized string for Joker, we'll say, at 38%.
I think Mercury is definitely going into the set and playing a little bit in his losers and this his run right now. This is an over-aggressive day for Mercury. Like, he's getting a lot of good damage in his combos. He's looking pretty fancy, but he's like, Yoshi-O's taking advantage of the fact that like he's not playing really neutral oriented right now. Like, he's going in, he's throwing out these arrows. He wants his combos so bad. He's finding them, but Yoshi-O's starting to realize like, hey, this guy's mashing. For lack of a better word, he's mashing right now. I'm going to take full advantage. He finds an F smash there too. Mercury obviously getting upset about that. You definitely need to just take a step back and realize like, bro, I need to relax. Yoshi-O is a smart player. He's going to see what you're doing. You're holding forward way too much, and he's Yoshi. He can definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, against other players and their characters, usually Mercury has the advantage with such a speedy character, but against the likes of Yoshi, he has such a fast toolkit that it's able to go toe-to-toe with them, and especially, as I remarked before, the character knowledge that Yoshi-O has. He is so confident in his neutral game that he's able to move in and get those fast options to find purchase against Mercury in some very crucial situations. As he has the emboldened fair leading to the Arsene pop-out, but that just lagged Joker in the skies enough for the up air to take it. First stock going the way of Yoshi-O, but quick to retort is Mercury, making it 2-2 even. We'll see if Mercury, in those interactions alone, I know he is a very calculating player, if he can find something new to how to combat Yoshi-O. Right now with Arsene, he'll have a big boost in that regard.
Oh yeah, definitely true. I mean, Mercury was playing super high. You're finding good damage on his combos. Then once again, you have Yoshi-O catching on the back foot, not afraid to challenge his Arsene Joker. It's about to go away too. And now Mercury in such a bad position because you have no Arsene. Your kill power and your damage has gone away. You can still get a lot of stuff done here, but now you're at 110%. A quick little back air drag down, or just any combo from Yoshi-O can close your stock relatively easily. You've got to play super careful here. I'm playing super aggressive.
Yeah, he's doing just that, though. Again, using the guns and the bleed of the A-Hot to keep Yoshi-O at bay, where he can nickel and dime those percentages and sort of have some foothold, maybe on next stock. Or, he does have Rebel's Gauge up at half. If he can play a little bit more resourcefully, he may be able to get a good counter on a straight Yoshi-O hit. And we could see Arsene back him up and swing things around in his favor. But off ledge, it is usually a different story to be told, because Yoshi-O, when he has stage control, he locks it down, but Mercury able to escape with the threat of a couple more mid-range A-Hawk castouts. But again, that pop-out up air, what was that, out of shield up air?
Out of shield up air.
Oh my gosh.
A niche option from Yoshi, but a nice call-out, especially in that situation. Yoshi-O now putting himself up on this last stock scenario. Merc is trying to get that a little bit more of that Arsene gauge. He needs to close the stock as soon as possible, or else being a disadvantage against Yoshi sucks, right?
Oh yeah.
He literally just jumps on you, does so much damage, and unless you're on top of your game here, you're gonna be taking a lot. I mean, Mercury is waiting for one slip up from Yoshi-O, and that's the slip up that he needed. Finding that Arsene fair. Arsene meter is going down, but Mercury, even now at 24%, he's still definitely putting his back with a combo or two from this Arsene.
Yeah, it's sort of the reverse situation that you won as a Joker, though. You sort of get the combo rack ups, and you get straight hits on yourself, but then that's when Arsene comes in, when you have done the damage on the opponent, to potentially get a stock claim for yourself. But right now, he has to do it without Arsene. He only had 42 on as well, which is why we see that emboldened little Rebel's Guard call out there for Mercury. But on the other side of things, he will have Arsene popping out very shortly. But 104, any couple of straight hits could be the final nail in the coffin for Mercury's chances at a Grand Finals, at least winner's side placement. But he needs to fight back against the demon that is Yoshi-O right now. Off ledge, he does so. Trying to go for it all with a hefty down air, but that only expends the Rebellion's gauge. He needs to get a good one or two more hits in. Betted it all on that forward smash, but Yoshi-O being so patient, so aware of what Mercury wanted to challenge there, finally finds the win and is putting Mercury in threat on being loser's side of the rest of his run tonight.
Mercury bet it on black, and he's like, nope, That's all red,
yeah,
baby.
Yoshi-O.
Red Yoshi. Channeling the power of Crate. He pulls it out, goes up 2-0. Mercury now has to win 3 games in a row.
Wow.
If he wants to go move on through Grand's winner's side. Yoshi-O looking as comfortable as ever. He needs to play more to it. He has to stay comfortable here, just keep playing to his strengths and realizing that Merc is going to have, is definitely going into this game realizing like, hey, I know what I've been doing wrong. Like, you know, he's already starting this game off like, I'm not interacting with this Yoshi right now. I'm racking up my damage this mid-range. I'm using my gun, my AHA, and I'm refusing to interact. So Yoshi-O fully acknowledging that, trying to get everything he can off single hits. And already 72%, the boards are going up and up and up.
Right, I mean, he is right to play that mid-far game with guns and AHA, but you have to switch over at a certain point. And with the way that Yoshi-O, you know, just finds one interaction, and I want to remark how he was playing against a Rob earlier on. He was able to perfect shield gyro like 4 times in a row, making it vanish. His reaction time is pretty insane on top of all he can do with Yoshi on top of it. And, you know, so long as you're playing that mid-to-far game to rack up damage, that's fine, but it's only such a small amount of damage. It's certainly a benefit working out for Mercury right now, but you have to think. You have to go aggressive at some point.
No. Yoshi-O,
what
please!
Is happening?
Yoshi-O, please!
I mean, Yoshi-O was on top of Mercury with that interaction. The gun's only doing so much. Yoshi-O charging ahead with one interaction, making it into such a huge string and a pile-on of damage. And then stuff like this happens.
We talk about the American arrows. Can we talk about the Japanese self-destruct? What's going on, guys?
Okay, let's not bring in kamikazes right now.
Oh, what the? Yo, cut the feed, cut the feed.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Yoshi-O, he's looking pretty good right now, man. I mean, you're down a full stock, right? And you're able to get on Mercury and catch him getting over aggressive here because he has his lead. He's going to be feeling a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
He's still playing this mid-range, and now Yoshi realizing, like, I need to be playing crazier. If I want to break this game, either I go into this and I put myself in a better position going into this game 4, or I go crazy and I somehow close out this game and go into a 3-0.
Great little shield there from Mercury, recognizing Yoshi-O. After a quick attack was going to respond very quickly, and popping in shield was Mercury's chance at getting an attack string in. He did just that and put on 89. And right now he's fiending for a hit, but still, again, Yoshi-O just finding these key moments to pile on either such important damage or just important stage control, whether he finds it with his character or forces Joker, rather, off stage and just in such a disadvantageous state. But right now on the string of things, Mercury finally putting in the work with the Arseneless Joker, finally putting the threat that combo can play out. And so far, you know, Yoshi-O is starting to feel a lot more threatened with that mid to far range. We saw Yoshi-O, you know, just reacting with shield and finding his chances. Right now, stock claim working out for him, but I think Yoshi-O's being a little more trepidatious about how Mercury is using the Arseneless Joker.
He got 140% of this Yoshi right now. We are nearing max rage Yoshi. Merc's got to be careful here because you know how much damage these Yoshi combos can do. You know how deadly Yoshi can be in that close range. He's playing out of his range super carefully. He knows this game can fall at the tip of a hat right now, literally at the snap of his fingers. But the up air is definitely going to close it out. Mercury closing out game 3 in a pretty clean fashion.
Yeah, not from his fingers, but from his toes, getting the up air finisher. Finally getting one up on the chalkboard. Mercury really had to fight for that one, but he certainly seemed to have found his way in terms of pivoting from that faraway nature with the guns and AHA, and when he has to move in with the bulk hits that, you know, Joker does have, again, very comparatively small compared to with Arsene, but, you know, Joker can still do a huge amount. As we saw with, you know, down tilts and down smashes, they are stock claimers in Mercury's hands. We'll see if he can find them again going to small battlefield for this game 4.
Oh yeah, I'm liking the picker. The neutrality. Yoshi-O still has 2 games to work with here, right? He's able to kind of keep Merc on his toes here. He realizing that Merc is not going to overcommit in the slightest, right? He realizing that, like, Merc, if anything, Merc is trying to catch you overcommit offstage. He caught you with that gun from the last game, and he just has to play with his feet on the ground a little bit. Yoshi-O, he has a crazy combo game, but sometimes he gets a little too lost in his own head. He's still playing Smash Bros. It's not a single-player game we're going for. You gotta relax a little bit, reel it in a little bit, relax.
I do like how when Yoshi-O starts to move in from that mid to far game, we saw right there Mercury pop shield, lets Yoshi-O come in with the errant hit, and then Mercury capitalizes out of shield. So great little adaptation from him right there. And right now it is putting Yoshi-O on his heels, and he is falling backward. Finally, Mercury has the first stock claim. He is finally in the control of the reins of this cart. We'll see if he can charge ahead with it to victory. Going into potentially Game 5, a huge Game 5. But, again, just Yoshi-O trying to find his way in. And, again, popping the shield, as I remarked on before, just giving huge difficulty for Yoshi-O.
That's the thing about Yoshi, man. His approaches are just really predictable. If you know what they're going to be coming out, the most of the time they're going to be landing with a landing aerial, an aerial on your shield, something like that. And Yoshi-O is like obviously trying to mix up his game plan here.
Yeah.
But just Mercury knows exactly like what this character can do. He knows the limits of his opponent, and he's playing definitely to that. He's playing to his own strengths. He's using that mid-range super well. Nice using that gun, keeping Yoshi-O at bay right now. Let's see if he can try to play that even more.
We saw it twice just there, but I like the juke forward into neutral B, the command grab of the egg lay. That is a certain big option because we touched on Mercury popping the shield a lot. That will be able to grab him in shield, put him in egg, and he can get a down air, he can get a back air or up air. He can get so much damage off of that. And it's a great little mix-up option for how Mercury was adapting, but still, on the other side of things, Mercury is still firmly in control of this round, and with Arsene, you just have to imagine that number is going to be climbing, and Yoshi-O, his options are going to be dwindling on how he's going to fight back here. But, I mean, it is Yoshi-O as he finally gets a stock claim. Maybe he can pull out a wild nair when Mercury is recovering with Tether, and maybe Mercury might be too far out to get a snag onto ledge. We'll have to see if Yoshi-O is planning that or something else, because he needs something crucial going forward.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Yoshi-O's got a hill to climb right now. Mercury is looking as clean as ever in this game 4. The double parry on those eggs. Yoshi-O is looking kind of confused at this ledge, if anything. Like, Mercury oh my god, punching every option. Nice to the parry into that F tilt too. You're on at 150% right now. We're just waiting for that one air, that one bad option. That air dodge is going to do it. Now we got a Game 5 in our hands.
Wow.
This is insane.
Just Mercury, just, you know, the accolades have to go to Mercury for this one. The way that he was just able to recognize, you know, it's sort of like, you know, you have that slowest vision. You can, like, dodge water droplets. He was able to find the imperfection in Yoshi-O's approach options and was able to capitalize it off in the crucialest of situations to force that Game 5. Again, that approach option where Mercury is recognizing Yoshi-O's moving in, hopping in shield because he's going in with either fair or nair, and then when Yoshi lands, that's Mercury's chance to strike with either a quick option or he can get a grab and get a chain started, and that's why maybe we're seeing Dark Samus finally come out in Game 5. This is going to be a huge question mark for Mercury because he's just been adapting to the ways of a character that you commit with the character model and the hurt boxes that they represent. Right now, he can go toe-to-toe with projectiles. This is going to be a completely different game in the final game of this set.
Oh yeah, this is a Game 5 Yoshi-O once again. We saw how this happened the last time they played at No John's, right? We saw how he was doing super well, played again around Mercury. He has that comeback factor with this Samus is definitely real, right? Mercury's got to play a whole different game. That mid-range is not going to work anymore. This now is what you want to thrive in that close range. But Yoshi-O has to give you that chance. He's already putting on so much pressure, and he's got this is the comfort that he's taken away from you, right? Like, you've come back 2 games, you've given with that Yoshi, you were looking super confident going into the last game. You're like, now I got to deal with Samus.
Yeah.
This is a whole different battle. This is another Dark Souls boss. You gotta take me on right now, buddy.
Very apropos, especially with how Joker can dodge around the stage left and right. But Right now, Mercury just fiending for this stock lane, but he cannot find it. Needs to find some advantage in. Finally gets a grab in, and with a half bar on Rebellion's gauge there, he's certainly poised to do even more. Dash attack going to force Yoshi-O out, but again, that just leaves Yoshi-O the space to charge that ever-lethal charge shot. Waiting in the wings right now, looking for a corkscrew kick lead-in, but great SDI from Mercury to escape it and reset back to neutral. We'll see the guns being a little bit more resourceful. Here comes the lock! No, just a little too strong of a hit. It's going to pop Yoshi-O out, but he's popped out to that right side. And here comes the lethality of Mercury.
You're able to find that one. Mercury's taking those bombs to the ledge once again. Nice roll in to avoid the bomb threat from Yoshi-O. Still, he finds that Nair on the shield. Oh, no, he misses the up B there. He's going to be punished hard for that. Arsene is online right now. He's getting 2-frame time and time again. Yoshi-O just racking up this damage to the ledge, 128%. A single grab could definitely do it for him right now. Mercury's waiting for the Nair option. Yoshi-O is just not giving it to him. This Samus is looking as poised as ever right now. This is a new version of Yoshi-O, right? He's looking patient, he's looking calm, and he's keeping Mercury on his toes.
But speaking of patience, I love how Mercury just waited in the wings and waited for Yoshi-O to throw out that back air, because you know he was going to do it. He was either looking for the shield poke or just the drop from Mercury to get that back air in, but Mercury just waited just so diligently and was able to take the benefit of it in this in that situation and in this one, as he still has Yoshi-O pinned, but the air dodge backward will give Yoshi-O the advantage. Not going for up throw, very surprising, but it will still put Mercury on that left side, able to dodge both the bomb trap and the charge shot. I mean, they're just swinging back and forth in terms of the stage, the ledge control, rather.
That's going to
finally going out with the up throw, 3-1. This is going to be a Mount Everest for Mercury to climb, but he does have that tether to aid him in that factor. We'll see if that back air, no, charge shot silencing out, and his chances are ever further dwindling.
Okay. They weren't dwindling. They were absolutely shattering right there. Unfortunate way to go out, but Yoshi-O once again.